Okay, the handout we're going to do right now is Part E of Activity 3-2. I've separated out the graphs. At the top of your paper you have one graph that has it all shifting or moving on the same curve. So this is multiple choice. So I'm going to show you individually how each one of these works. You're just going to pick the multiple choice one that goes along with it. So we're talking about Valentine's Day here and the demand for flowers. So Valentine's Day is approaching. What's going to happen to our demand for flowers? And so obviously we're not changing price here. So at this particular price on Valentine's Day, we know that is going to increase. Obviously, we're going to buy a lot more. So we're going to see an increase in the demand for flowers. Once again, we did not see a change in price. So for number 2, this one is saying we have a change in price of roses. What will happen to the demand for roses? You need to read the whole entire question because it might have said asking the demand for something else that might be a substitute or a complement of roses. So make sure you're reading the whole entire question. So we are changing the price of roses, and we are going from $2 to $8. That's the only thing we've changed. Here's our quantity at $2. Here's our quantity at $8. All we have done is said the price is going up, so our quantity demanded is going to go down. We're moving from point A to point B, so the answer to this question is C. The next one talks about you losing your high-paying job. So once again, we know that this is income. We're changing the amount of money that you're making because you obviously don't have a job anymore. So that means you have less money to spend. What will happen to your demand for total goods? Most goods are normal, which means when our income goes up, we want to buy more. When our income goes down, we want to buy less. So in this situation, you lost your job. So if you're losing your job, your demand for total products is going to come back down. It's going to shift back to the left because you lost your job and your income went down. So we have a decrease in the demand for total goods. So number 4, your favorite hamburger palace is having a sale on hamburgers. Once again, if you stop right here, you're going to completely miss the question because we're changing the price of hamburgers. We know that we are going to change the quantity demanded for hamburgers, but that's not what the question is asking. It wants to know what happens to your demand for pizza. So we're going to assume, because of this question, that hamburger and pizza are substitutes. You can eat both of them for lunch or dinner or whatever. So if your hamburgers are now if your hamburgers are now cheaper, your quantity demanded of hamburgers is going to go up. If I'm eating more hamburger, that's going to change my demand for pizza. Not changing the price of the pizza, but if I'm buying more hamburger, I'm going to want less pizza. So that's going to shift my curve back to the left. And so B is the answer. We're going to shift from D1 back to D3. The local arcade reduces the price per game from $1.25 to 50 cents. What will happen to the demand for video games? All we're doing here is taking the price, our original one, and it says that the price is going from $1.25 to 50. So we're lowering the price. We haven't changed anything else. We're going from point A to point C. We're moving on the same curve, so our answer is 5. We're doing number 5. Our answer is D. Number 6, your parents give you $200 for earning an A in your economics class. What will happen to your demand for new clothes? We're going to assume that clothes are a normal good, that they are giving you some sort of money, which is income. So now you have more money. If you have more money and new clothes are a normal good, we're not changing the price of the clothes, but you're saying I have more money in my pocket, so now I'm going to buy more clothes. We're going to shift the whole entire curve to the right. A is your answer. Due to health concerns, Americans are now eating less beef and more chicken. What happens to your demand curve for beef? You have to assume with this one or understand that most people think that chicken is better for you than beef, and so if chicken is better for you and everybody is health conscious these days and wanting to eat better, we haven't changed the price of beef, but because we are more concerned with health, our original price, our original quantity, we're saying that we're going to eat less beef and we're going to eat more chicken. So the demand curve actually for chicken will shift to the right while the demand curve for beef is going to shift back to the left. So B is your answer for that one.